Unfortunately, we have some damages. We're gonna pull the tape and let's see what the final product looks like. Watch our 40-year-old boat transform into a baby boy.
Baby boy.
We're sailing good, bad, and ugly. 3 years ago, we bought our boat off Craigslist for $5,000. I'm Kristen, and this is Matt. We are known to break the rules and do things a little less traditional. Hit subscribe to join the adventure. Thanks to our patrons for keeping us going. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU. It's a little loud out here. We are currently still in the boatyard. I know I keep saying that, but we are still here. Today is an exciting day. They have been working and fairing and perfecting after our last painting mishap. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're gonna wanna watch the video before this. We painted on a whole layer of our paint and it just wasn't shiny enough. So now we're gonna be using all grip light gray, and we're about to spray the boat. And this better come out like bling nuggets.
And what we mean by we're about to spray the boat is
Dude,
we're about
to fly.
Well, we're about to have some people, we're about to let the pros paint the boat because I just wasn't up to it. I could do the grunt work, but I couldn't do the pintura work. I was a lame.
Salchicha is hooking us up. That's how you say it properly, right?
Salchicha, see. His name is Edwin.
He is hooking us up. He's the master pintora and he's making sure that it's perfect, and I am forever grateful. He is the man. Go, if you're in Puerto Rico, go see him if you need any paint, and let's go see how it goes.
Let's go.
Alright guys, it's the next day. I've already been still painting the top deck, but our outside hull paint, it's the shiniest thing I've ever seen. It feels like plastic. I wish we could all go around and feel it at show and tell, because it's really great. I'm really happy with it. I don't even know what to say about it besides it's great.
Feels really good, like she said. You can't feel it through the screen, so if you ever see our boat, feel free to run up and touch it and go, wow, it does feel like plastic. We won't get mad at you. But yeah, it came out like pretty outrageously clean looking.
But it's not over yet, guys, because today we're adding on stripes. Stripes on the, I guess, towards the bottom of the hull. This is what's gonna take it from dad DIY to boss ownership of your boat.
Yeah, I mean, we did a lot of DIY. We DIY'd everything, but there's a little slice in the middle that we didn't DIY. They did it. TDI, they did it. It went from DIY to TDI. They did it.
Get out of here. But we're not gonna tell you what colors we chose yet. Maybe we chose hot pink. Maybe we got hot yellow. Neon yellow, green, blue.
Maybe taupe.
Rainbow, tie-dye. Alright guys, so let's get right into it. Leave your guesses down below and let's watch our 40-year-old boat transform into a baby boy.
Baby boy. A brand new little baby boy. Okay, so while we're waiting for them to get their tape and get all their stuff ready to paint the lines on the bottom of the boat, I'm kind of looking at a project that I have to finish here. As you can see, my pulpit is missing a leg. It's old three-leg Terry. So what I did was I found an old stanchion in one of the hurricane anchorages, and I was able to salvage this from the woods. And I'm gonna try to cut this out, put it on there, and I'm gonna try to weld it on. I think I have 8-inch stainless steel rods, which are kind of big for the arc welding that I'm going to be doing. So it's probably going to burn this. So what I'm going to do is cut my piece for this, get it all shaped in so at least I can clamp it on. And then I'm going to do some practice welding to see how well I can do, because I'm not a professional welder, that's for sure. So this is the fun stuff that you don't normally see in the boatyard. We don't really share this when the rain comes by and soaks everything for 45 minutes and then goes away. And these 30-minute rain showers will cost you half a day by the time you clean up your entire work site, get everything you've changed. And then when it comes out, you pull everything back out, work for 5 minutes, then it rains for another 30 minutes. So this is when you can definitely, morale can be broken, but we're not gonna let it get to us. We're just gonna say whatever.
And hide under our boat.
And hide under the boat. Alright, so yesterday you saw us ducking and dodging the storms, getting our paint done, and today we picked up right where we left off. I'm working on my back porch, my back step, and I have it pretty smooth, and I think it's ready for the first coat of paint. So we're going to get that painted now and see if I did a good job or see if I made a boo-boos. So my wildest dreams have been answered and accomplished. I cannot even believe how beautiful this boat came out. I almost feel embarrassed for how nice the boat looks. It's like, for a boat that doesn't really have a properly working motor, I kind of feel tipsy-turvy on what I should have done here, but it really came out amazing. The decision to let these guys go ahead and spray the hull was a good one, I think. Watching the boats come in and out, watching the level of work that they were able to do, it's just, once we saw those boats, you couldn't really leave without having that level. Just when you know it's reachable, you can attain it, you just gotta do it. So I'm super happy. It looks so beautiful, and I mean,
I can't wait to see it on the water. So let's catch up on a few things that we haven't shown fully to the extent. We've had a lot going on between the paint, a lot of projects all at once.
Let's go check out a project that definitely did not come out as beautiful as their paint job. I'm not a professional, so you know, you can't talk trash about my paint no more, but I'm gonna give you guys something to talk trash about right now. The last time you saw this pulpit, it had 3 legs. It now has 1, 2, 3, 4 legs, which is gonna make it a lot safer and definitely more structural. Now, I welded this other leg on, which was very difficult for me because here in Puerto Rico, I could only find I believe these are 1/8 welding rods for stainless. I couldn't find any smaller ones. Ideally, what I would like to have had is a smaller stainless steel, because this stainless is pretty thin, and what happens is it will just burn a hole. You have to turn your machine up so high to get these big ones to melt, that it burns holes in your steel. So this weld is pretty ugly, pretty hideous.
But it's gonna do the job and we're never gonna look at it.
Yeah, well, I'll probably look at it when I go up there to mess with my roller furler. But yeah, it's ugly, but it's strong. As you can see, I'm sitting here on my back porch, my new and improved back porch. You guys hated the old ugly one, so I decided to try a little bit harder here to engineer a prettier one that could be sprayed and just be equally as strong as the old one. I think I did a good job on that. I'm about, I don't know, 10, 11 feet off the ground right now, free as a bird. I have no cares in the world. So I think it's gonna look really good. We still have to non-skid this so that I don't slip off. And it's not 100% ideal, but it's a vast improvement on what I had before, and I'm pretty hyped on that. So if you're interested in making a step for your back boat, hit me up in my DMs on Instagram and I'll kind of walk you through a little more piece by piece what I did. I didn't really know what I was doing at first, so I didn't want to give it instructional, but it came out really well. So if you're interested, let me know and I can talk you through it on the old Insta.
We haven't revealed the deck yet. You can pretty much see it behind me. It took about a week to paint all of this, between the sand and painting the layers, because we went so far down sanding. We should have used a primer. We think that now, but it's too late to return now. So we're gonna pull the tape and let's see what the final product looks like. Alright guys, so it's another day and things are looking good for us. We have a few more projects to do, but today we're going to be putting our boat, a lot of it, back together. Dodger, boom, lazarette doors, anchor locker. Alright, so the camera almost fell off the stairs, but that's besides the point. Anchor locker, and what else are we working on? Oh, we're also working on our handrail. Matt came up with this idea, which you saw in a previous video.
All right, so to anchor in my handrails, I wanted to make solid fiberglass cord blocks so that no water is going to go through to my deck. So I made those, got those squared away. Those look really nice. And now I just have a thin, like 1.5 by 1 inch long rail that I needed. So what I did was I just bought a 16-foot piece of rough cut pine, and I stripped it out, sanded it for a couple hours, and I think it's gonna look really good. Once we get a nice stain and some sealer on there, I think it's gonna come out really nice and it's gonna be very strong.
I think it's gonna look pretty good. It's better than screwing right through the old ones right into the deck and maybe making more water in there, more rot and more hell. So right now we're letting them weigh down so we can get the proper curve so it curves on the boat. So that's what's going on right now. So let's get to work before the sun comes over the building. So you may have seen us struggle a little bit putting that back on because unfortunately we have some damages to our sail sack thing. What is this called? A stack pack whatever it's called, where it connects into the track of the boom. We used this like material that's like a backpack strap, I forget the name of it, and it disintegrated obviously in the sun. When we went to slide them back on, they just poof dusted right off. So we're gonna have to make a future repair, but we're not gonna let that stop us right now. We have to now put on our Dodger back on.
I don't know what I'm bringing in closer. Yeah, I'm looking ahead, looking out for someone like you. Maybe someday when I've grown older, I can see it all clear from above. Looking back on it all, maybe I can see what was broken. Ooh, but it's a lonely calling. Yeah, it's a lonely calling.
So we got the Dodger up. It looks like it fits pretty well, but some reason the plastic's a little bit not so clear anymore. It aged within the month. So if you guys know how to clean that really well, we used Windex. It did a little bit, but not that much. It's not as clear. If you know how to clean this really well, leave it down below in the comments. I think maybe there's a special cleaner. I don't know, but we'll have to figure that out later. But next, we're going to put our lazarette doors back into our cockpit.
Call me the Joker, call me the fool. When she calls, I always seem to lose my cool. Baby, I'm just a moth to your plane. And don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen? Don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen? Yes, it is, baby. Got no class, all attributes. Don't know if I'm talking.
Another beautiful day here in the boatyard. Today is an exciting one because it's going to be my last big sand up. I'm going to give a light sand on the bottom because I want to give a nice profile for my new primers and my bottom paints, my ablatives, and all my anti-foulings to stick to. So one last big sand, and then I can put the sander away for the most part for our last few days in this yard. So let's get busy. Let's get this knocked out while it's still cool, and let's get it done.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed seeing our top deck. We're super hyped on how great it came out. We sanded the bottom, and now we're just ready to finally paint the bottom, what is it called?
Anti-fouling.
The anti-fouling. And once we're done with that, all we have to do is make sure we packed everything up and we're ready to go.
Yep, bottom paint, do a couple more quick things checking off the list, and we'll be good to go. I gotta fix the sink, attach those through holes that we fixed. But yeah, we're ready for bottom paint, so I'm gonna be pouring myself a stiff drink tonight.
It's gonna take a while, but thanks guys for watching. We really appreciate all your support, your nice comments, and make sure you subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye!